about it. Brother Lon was our minister then, and I feel so bad that they weren't able to be here because he played such a significant role in our history, him and Cecilia. He was our minister for 9 years, and he came to a business meeting, I can remember, and he was so excited because he had been in touch with the Carpenters for Christ. And the Carpenters for Christ, this is really such a happy part of our history. The Carpenters for Christ were from Talladega, Alabama. And I looked up this morning on the internet, it's like, well, I wonder if that group is still busy or still active. And there was 12 pages plus of Carpenter for Christ chapters. I didn't realize it, but there's chapters all over the nation now. And what they do is they find a church that needs to be built or repaired or, in our case, completed, and they wanted to come and help us out. Well, they were long ways before their time because, we got the TV show A Home Makeover, and this is what this group did. They'd come in a single week and help us out and do whatever had to be done. They were men of all denominations and all occupations. And it was kind of a huge leap of faith because we didn't even have blueprints. We didn't even have floor plans as far as I know, and they were coming in just a few months. There was a lot of preparation that had to be done to get ready for them. We had a lot of supplies to buy. We couldn't have them come and say the supplies will be delivered tomorrow. Everything had to be ready for them and in place. All we had to provide for them was supplies and dessert. That was it. There were men of all occupations. It was school teachers. It was ministers, postmen. There was a pharmacist that was about, a little person that I think they brought for the entertainment. He was just the funniest little guy in the world, And he would stand and turn double, and his head would be on the ground, Can anybody here do that? But anyway, there was a bunch of men that were coming that we had to get prepared for. And there was very few of them that were carpenters, but they were the leaders. They were the ones that taught the other ones or told the other ones what to do. And that was part of the leap of faith. We had electricians, roofers, and the brick masons. And they not only came for a week, a lot of them took their vacation times, plus they paid $150 to get to come for their food and transportation. So this was a real dedicated group. A small group came ahead of time to set up. They set up a tent here in the driveway, and this was the bedroom. They had 65 cots in this room, and they had their own cook. I probably said that. And part of the leap of faith, too, is what if we got them here and what if the weather turned bad and they couldn't work? Or what if they got started, got the building tore apart and it started raining and they couldn't finish the job? There was a lot of what ifs in this situation. And it did start raining. And it rained, and it rained. But it rained at Belton. And Pleasant Prairie didn't get a drop. But Belton was so bad that it was a horrible, horrible flood. And next to the coverage in the paper about the Carpenters for Christ was also the article about how bad the flood was at Belton. So the Lord protected us, and we had an awesome week. We did have TV coverage, and it was just quite a deal. You'd come by and it looked like a colony of ants working. It was just really neat. They left as quickly as they came, and there was still a lot of work to be done by the congregation, but we got it done. And the labor they did that would have taken us for months and would have been so extremely expensive if we had hired done was done absolutely free. They would work all day, and then in the evening they would get on their bus and go up to Belton to the gym at the high school or at one of the schools and would shower, and then they would come back and they would have their meal and then have a congregation time together, a sharing time. And there was men that were saved that week here at Pleasant Prairie. They had come all the way from Alabama, and men that rededicated their lives. And it was a wonderful blessing for them and for us. It was just really awesome. It's quite a wonderful part of our history.